Well, thank you so much, and I'm really delighted to be here. So we know we know about these eight principles. Let's talk about them in more detail. When Mark Kilby and I were writing the book, we actually did a little research on how many distributed teams, or I should say agile teams, are co-located and how many are distributed. And we discovered that more than half of all agile teams are actually distributed or dispersed. I'll talk some more about what those terms might mean. And yet we still hear don't do that, which is not very helpful advice. So in these blue boxes over here, I have the 12 principles from the Agile Manifesto, which is satisfy the customer, welcome change, all that stuff. Notice that I have a question mark on face to face conversations and collaborate daily. Now let's put a little context about the Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto was created in um, roughly the 2000 to 2001 area, right time frame. I would actually have to go back and look and see what the date of publication was. But we did not have the capabilities and tools that we have now. So the internet was still in its infancy. Face-to-face conversations where you were distributed, those were really quite difficult. Collaborating daily where you were distributed or dispersed, that was quite difficult. But all the rest of this is entirely possible with, excuse me, the allergy thing again, spring, right? Those of you who have heard me do webinars in the spring and the fall almost always hear me say, it's allergy time. It is again. Sorry. Um, but we have the capability now to have face to face conversations and to collaborate daily with non co located teams. But we need the principles. So let me talk a little bit about what agile teams are, because sometimes we don't always agree on what agile teams are. I say that agile teams have the necessary skills and capabilities their team requires to deliver on their objectives. And if you look at, um, I wonder if I can use this uh, the little tool thing here. This is the cross-functional team. So when I say skills and capabilities, not every single person has to have a unique set of capabilities, but the team has to have everything that it needs in order to succeed. So if you have a database product and you don't have a DBA, I'm not so sure you actually have a real agile team. Again, teams are committed to a common purpose or a goal. And that means the team has a common purpose or goal, and that other people don't have differing purposes or goals. The team members are interdependent and make commitments about the work to each other. The team members learn to understand each other, their strengths, their weaknesses, their preferences. Those of you who know my work know I tend to be kind of a talk out loud person. I tend to be a little sarcastic and an eye roller. My collaborator on this book project, Mark Kilby, is none of those things. He is an easygoing guy. I'm not sure he ever rolls his eyes. I'm not sure I've ever heard sarcasm from him. So we had to learn to work with our preferences and manage our preferences as humans. An agile team can plan and deliver the work as a collaborative team. So the team members co create, they pair, they mob, they swarm, they review their work together. All of it is something that they do together and they reflect together. So this particular slide has the idea of ideas come in through anywhere in the organization to a responsible person, often called the product owner, who creates a ranked backlog. The team takes that ranked backlog and creates small increments of shippable product on a regular basis. If you know me, you know I really like 1 day stories. To me, a team that can produce something every single day is a really well functioning team. More often is even better. Less often, then the team starts to run into trouble. Then, at some point, the team does a formal demo. The team has been demoing all along to this responsible person who often represents a customer, and then they do a retrospective on a regular basis. So when I talk about agile teams, that's what I mean. I mean a team that manages to have all the necessary skills and capabilities, who can work together, who understands each other, who has a goal, they commit to the goal as a team, and then they use this kind of a process. Notice that I do not have iterations here or flow. It does not matter to me if a team uses iterations or flow, right? That's not the issue. But it's really important to say how does a team work together? So that's what I mean by an agile team. The principles that an agile team uses, not practices, are really key. So when we started to write this book, people asked us, um, are you talking about how to do stand ups across distance and time? No. No, we're not talking we actually do talk about that in the book. But the principles are these principles where we need acceptable hours of overlap so we can collaborate as a team. We want transparency so people know what they're doing and everybody knows what's going on in the team, that we have a culture of continuous improvement with experiments, because solidifying an agile approach makes no sense to me. Um, pervasive, sorry, pervasive communication at all levels. How does everybody know what's going on in the team and outside the team? Assuming good intention on the part of the team members, a project rhythm, a culture of resilience, and defaulting to collaborative work. So let's take the very first one, which is establish acceptable hours of overlap. This is almost when people say, I cannot make a distributed agile approach work for me, they almost always talk about this. So let's talk about what acceptable hours of overlap are. So Mark and I have seen teams where if you have a minimum of 4 hours of overlap, you are probably doing fine, right? You have enough time in the middle of the day to be able to talk with everybody on the team. Now, more than 8 hours of
Hi there, hope you enjoyed that last clip. My name is Michael Maludis, and if you'd like to watch the full 60 minutes of that last webcast, while also gaining complete unlimited access to our entire library of IT learning, simply visit our subscribe page at greatpro.org/subscribe. Unlimited annual access is $199 per year, but if you use the coupon code LEARN to earn, you can drop that membership fee to just $149. That's less than $13 per month for unlimited access to over 1,000 hours of on-demand career development, covering the entire spectrum of IT management best practices, including business analysis and requirements, software development, quality and testing, risk management, process improvement, project management, and even digital transformation. But your membership doesn't just give you unlimited access to our vast learning library. You also get free access to our mobile app, as well as direct access to our network of over 300 of the world's leading IT consultants, all of whom are dedicated to putting practical knowledge at your fingertips so that you can learn more and earn more. I hope you will join me in becoming a member of the Great IT Professional and advancing your career with us. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit that subscribe button above so that you get notified whenever we publish new free webcasts each week of the year. Thank you for your time and best wishes for your continued success.